We are live. Welcome to Mutual Misconduct. I'm Ari. This is basically a podcast about questionable decisions, strange behavior, and conversations that probably should have stayed private. Some guests may be anonymous, some may be face out. It really just depends on everybody's comfort level. Eventually, we're going to start accepting anonymous stories, confessions, voice notes, long distance call ins, and reoccurring segments. So if you've got a story that sounds fake, but somehow happened anyways, send it my way. This podcast contains discussions of adult relationships, sexuality, and consent for educational and informational purposes. Viewer discretion advised. Let's get into it. I want to go around the group and ask each one of you to tell me or tell our listeners about yourself and how long you've been in the lifestyle. Whoever wants to start.
Okay, I'll start. So, my name's Mel. I wouldn't really call myself in the lifestyle. I'm kinky, but I've always been. I was like a real sex kid in the 90s. I saw like all 150 or 200, however many episodes of that show they had. So, I've always been interested in like different ways to explore sex, different types of sex, different ways to interact with people, different lifestyles. So, I don't think there was a point where I was like, now I'm kinky. I just always have kind of been interested in it.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know, the show goes with triple failed letter.
Yes.
That's kind of sort of how my
Kind of how it happened.
And the goal number 6, I would be in situations, it would be like normal situations. I finally got out this way, and there's people that tried the community, so
Yeah.
everybody.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well, for me, I guess I have kind of somewhat, I have always been somewhat of a man whore. So discovering the lifestyle just happened to be like, oh, wow, like my people. Like, it kind of just felt like home. It was more of a natural thing. It's like I went from one spectrum to the other. 'Cause I started off, I was paralyzingly shy. And once I kind of got over that and out of that, yeah.
Okay. Very cool. Thank you.
And I've always like in high school I like knew that I wasn't like normal, and I was experimenting from like a very young age. So
Sure.
I've been kinky for 25 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Not 25 years. The math is not mathing on that one.
But long. Yeah. Yeah.
long,
yeah.
long time.
Yeah.
But I didn't get into the lifestyle until I was in a relationship for 8 years that was abusive and monogamous.
Oh shit.
And so after I got out of that, I said, let's do a total 180, and we're gonna try polyamory. And so that's how I got into the lifestyle part of that.
Cool. Very cool. Yeah, most of you guys know, or most of the listeners know, I jumped into, I guess you could say, the lifestyle as a sex worker, but also that's kind of a double-edged sword because lifestyle is not transactional in the sense where you're exchanging, a service for some money. So lifestyle wasn't super supportive of me being a sex worker, but once they got to know me and the ball started rolling in that way, I started going to more parties and focusing less on the pro work, right? So going to kink parties, and my first sex party lifestyle, like swinger party, was a hotel takeover in Indianapolis. I do want to shout out the Midwest because we got quite a few folks from the Midwest on our podcast today. So shout out to Fuckcation. She put on a whole hotel takeover. So that's how I jumped into it. And then, I came back local and just jumped in at the Goddess's house. I'm sure you guys are familiar with Goddess Aya. I don't think she's actively throwing parties right now, but if she may in the future. So, and then when I fully retired from doing the pro work, I really jumped into the sex party scene. And I want to talk about that too, the labels and the definitions and the things that people talk about as far as what lifestyle means to them or what they're looking for. Is there anybody that has anything specific that they were looking for when they first kind of started down this path, or they're looking for currently, like anything?
No, because like I said, I got out of those like monogamous relationships, and my first idea was let's go to a gangbang, and that's how I just jumped straight into it. I said,
In the deep end, huh?
yeah, just straight into it, and so I wasn't looking for anything besides just to change it up completely.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah, that's a bit of a change from monogamy, right?
yeah, from
Yeah,
one person
Yeah.
to look at all this
Yeah.
stuff,
right.
all these
people and
things, all this
thing,
all this
Mhm.
new information.
Did most of you guys jump in single, or were any of you guys married or attached when you decided to go down this road?
At some point, when I very first started, I was single. At some point, I got married, and our signals got crossed. Even though, to be honest, our signals were already crossed, but they just crossed them up even more without.
So, not to interrupt, but when you say crossed up, like, what does that mean?
We weren't necessarily meshing.
On the same page.
We weren't in sync to begin with.
Okay.
So once we got in the lifestyle together, and the communication already wasn't necessarily the clearest or the greatest.
Sure.
And then with the lifestyle, now you got extra,
Partners and play partners
yeah,
and
you got
dynamics.
extra confusion. So
Sure.
yeah,
So, can you talk a little bit about like how you managed that and how that was? And
I mean, it was good when it was, and
Sure.
when it wasn't, it was totally and completely shit.
yeah,
And
Okay.
yeah, it was a drag for me, because one of the main things that I like about the lifestyle, that I look for in the lifestyle, is the freedom.
okay,
And when that gets taken away, and
Especially after you've had like a taste of it,
Yeah.
and then you're like,
it's like Pandora's
What?
box. It's like
Yeah,
once
you're-
you open it,
yeah,
there's somebody trying to close it. You're like, what?
yeah.
Like, yeah, okay.
Mhm. So, when you guys did you have relationship agreements with the person that you were married to when you were? Did you go into it with like, let's sit down and talk about like, I'm cool with this, I'm not cool with that?
We didn't have a clear enough understanding. It was very broad. It wasn't a detailed agreement. You know what I mean? It was more just like a broad, in general.
We're gonna check this out,
Yeah,
see how it goes.
you got sense, I got sense.
Sure. Yeah.
Until you don't have no.
I think we
It's
overestimate how much sense we and other people have. I think a
it
lot
goes
of the
back to
time.
you don't meet somebody you can represent you. If you don't know crazy too.
And how long has it, with that being said, like how long have you been in a dynamic where you started seeing what you would call crazy? Like when did the representative kind of fade away?
Bipolar. Blood, like back in the days when you were younger. Crazy as well when you were young, but I'm a little bit mature, seasoned.
Yeah. So you prefer stable mental health? That's what I'm hearing you say.
I didn't say that. I just said it's not as fun as it used to be.
Oh, so he still likes
Yeah.
the drama.
Right? No. I said crazy. That isn't.
When is
Crazy
crazy not
is what brings
dramatic?
drama, yeah.
Right.
It's
If you're good enough, you can separate the two. There's two different lanes, because you got crazy over here and you can keep your drama over there. Because we all have a little crazy.
Yeah.
And most of us can put it in our little box and keep it contained within the pocket. But then you have the people who can't control it. It's everywhere.
When you let your crazy spill over, most of the time, crazy is kind of synonymous with drama.
Yeah.
Usually dramatic.
So with that, here's a kind of a tougher question for you. So if you're attracting crazy, do you think that has anything to do with maybe you potentially being crazy as well? You know, like,
I believe that you can avoid 100% of the stuff that you get into if you just stay home. But then you don't experience it.
sure, right? And then when people isolate themselves, that's tough too, you know. But I do isolate myself to keep myself safe sometimes.
I'm
Yeah.
very selective. I have learned that you have to be extremely selective, because only you can protect your peace.
Sure.
And
So you have
to
control
be
over-
control over your own
Right,
peace,
right.
because peace is priceless.
Right. Good question for the selective part. How are you selective as a self-proclaimed man whore?
Well,
Because that means you're not sleeping with everybody.
as I have gotten older, like like kind of what he said, like if I really like a person, usually they're crazy, and I've learned that, like so if I really like someone, I shut everything down and just chill out. I don't, there's no gas to the floor. Let's, no, I lean back and I just, I'm very observant,
Okay.
and with being observant, I get to kind of be more selective and see, what's going on, what type of energy that
Gotcha.
I like to be around.
So if you're observing it and it's crazy to you, and we all know that crazy is subjective, like everybody's got their different definitions of that. But if you're observing that, then what? Do you just skip over that red flag because you want to hook up, or
No.
you divert? You go into
I don't ignore red flags anymore. See,
nice.
at
Me
the
neither.
at the season vintage stage that I am at now,
Vintage. I love it. Can I use that vintage?
I'm not.
That sounds
Yeah,
nice.
I'm not playing with the red flags. Red
No.
flags pop up. You don't hear it, but I hear it. Boop, boop, boop. That's me throwing it in the reverse. Like I'm out of there. Won't be abrupt. It won't be. I won't cause a scene or any of that. But you can best believe,
Yeah.
I won't be back.
So not having, like, back to what you were saying in the dynamic that you were in, when things were, she saw things or you saw things that you didn't like, was there drama at parties? Did that those feelings manifest in a way that somebody?
There was only drama once at a party, and that was just because of the communication. Like I'm not a disrespectful person, but at the same time, I'm super cool and collected because it's two sides to every coin. On the flip side of that coin, I'm a nut bucket, and I know this. And me knowing this, that's why I'm super calm and cool. That guy is way in the back. He lives here. He has resident
You
permanent.
don't want to take it there.
But he way in the back, behind nice security. He only shows up in case of emergency. But if
Yeah.
you see him, it wasn't me. Somebody else been fucked up. Like
Yeah.
I'm chill. But
Yeah.
the one time that it happened, you got people. Well, if you've been in a long-term relationship with anybody, those people you kind of know each other. You get
Sure.
to learn each other. So those people know the special spots to hit those buttons, to those nerves, how to dance on them. So it was one of those situations. The person was
Sure. And I appreciate you talking about it.
I
I
mean,
understand
it
discretion
went there.
too.
It wasn't something that I was proud of, or I'm even proud of now. Like it's something that happened. I don't like to. I don't like to be angry. I don't. That takes a bit. Mad is a whole lot of energy. It's a whole lot of energy that I can use in a whole lot of different ways that I prefer. I prefer to be exhausted by fucking for hours and hours
And not anger.
Like I don't even want to fucking get up to get water. Like that's a
Yeah.
good use of that energy rather than me being pissed off and damn near raging and when I finally do calm down, now I need a nap because I'm fucking exhausted. Like
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, it's a lot of work for sure.
I-
Yeah.
I
How do
put
you
it-
cope with your anger, if you don't mind?
I put into a lot of work. I'm a cool person. I embrace the light. I embrace the light energy. I embrace the light forces rather than the dark. I mean, it's easy. It's easy for me to be pissed off every day, cuss everybody the fuck out, tell everybody to fuck off. Like
Yeah.
that's super easy. But,
Yeah. I appreciate
it feels better. Like it feels better not to be fucking angry all the damn time.
that. Right. And as an event planner too, I can speak to, we appreciate people regulating themselves at parties and keeping it cool. For me, I'm the Irish goodbye. I'm out. I'm not telling anybody I'm even leaving.
Where the fuck is Paige?
Unless I'm in charge, and then I don't even know how. I just
I disappear too. I'll text like, I'm on the way home. See you tomorrow. Like,
Yeah.
and they'll see it an hour later. Like, you left? Yeah, I'm in bed already. Like, that's me all the time. I get out of the way when the drama starts because it never has anything to do with me anyway.
Sure.
But yeah, outside of that, I don't have incidents. I don't like I don't give off that type of energy where people come at me sideways,
Sure.
and then I don't come at nobody else sideways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When I can attest, like we've known each other what 3 or 4 years. I've never seen you trip or anything like that. And even if you did, I think I'd come at it from a perspective of like, what's going on? you know. And for me as an event planner, it was hard because it was like, if you come to complain to me and you can't go to this person as an adult, I'm not going to manage that one. I'm overstimulated at a party, so you both have to leave. And that was always an unpopular, or the one guy we had to kick out for, you remember the sweet sit down?
My face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't just consistently be told like, hey, back up. You know, she told him multiple times. But I don't know, I'm pretty cut and dry when it comes to drama.
I've
No, you
escorted
are.
people out of parties.
Yeah.
Wasn't even my party, but
Thank you.
know,
No. as long as it doesn't make it worse, you know.
It's one of them things with me. Like I'm a Marine. I'm a dad. I'm a son. I'm a oldest and only brother.
Mhm.
You know, I'm an uncle. So certain things come natural. Like if we had a party and the women are uncomfortable, that's a big fucking problem.
Right.
Like shit.
The
only
women
reason
don't
I'm
feel
here is 'cause
safe.
the women here. You know,
Yes.
shit, making them uncomfortable. Like shit,
Correct.
making me uncomfortable and shit. So
Right.
You know,
Right.
I have no problem helping out.
Wait, what was it? Louder for
I said
the.
you are scaring the hose. You need to leave.
Yeah, I have no problem with that and shit. And I do it with all respect. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta get the fuck on. Like,
Right. Well, I think we can talk about too how people approach these scenes and what they are about and what they mean. They have such a big misconception, but everybody moves in the scene differently, right?
Yeah.
So we had talked about this, Mel, about like everybody thinking people in the lifestyle are slutty or promiscuous or not safe or risky or whatever, weirdos or taboo, and it's not like that, you know. So if you guys want to speak maybe a little bit on the misconceptions, then.
I mean, misconception, I guess, but how people come, like, they're just so, what's the word? Entitled.
Yeah.
Especially at parties, they come to parties even though you've told them you've had to read a conduct sheet, sign off on it that says, like, these are still people. They still come to the party like, hey, hole, get over here. I'm just like, that's not like how you should be treating people
Yeah.
in general. You
Right.
know, like there's a person attached to
the
all
whole.
the fun bits. You know, like there's a brain attached to it. So
Yeah.
like I've dealt with more than my fair share of men
Sure.
who
But
are
you
just-
believe that's the whole, primarily, I believe it's the whole social media.
Like the betrayal of
Well,
what
the
it's.
fact that you get the interaction like online,
Mhm.
so
Well, the online's so impersonal. You know, they don't have to.
Right.
They don't have to think about other people's feelings or that the fact that that's an actual person. It's all about you because you're not having to interact with another person, and so it does skew the whole like thought process when it comes to actually interacting with people in real life, especially when you see fine women running around in lingerie naked, and you're just like, here we go. Like these are still people at the
Yeah.
end of the day. And
Yeah.
social media definitely is like, especially with all like the manosphere and all that bullshit, they then have it in their head that they're like, I don't know. I don't want to fucking
I believe for the
You were-
say
you're
too-
going.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, you know.
I believe a lot of times the issues when people show up at parties and they are extra disrespectful or just act really out the way are people that are not lifestyle people.
No, yeah.
These are people that
They're
just
dropping.
Tourists.
They're tourists. Yeah, they're
people
dropping.
It's people that somebody in the lifestyle probably knows and told them about, and they didn't tell them the intricate details. They just told them the good parts.
Yeah.
So now they have paid this money and showed up, and like she said, they see fine women in lingerie and
Fuck.
half naked and some naked, and they thinking like, oh yeah, you know, it's up. And I believe for the most part, the people that act that way and just say out the way stuff. Because I was at a party and a guy, it was a couple. They was in the room playing, and I was in the room with some people, and guy just walked through and he was like, "Oh, hey man, what you doing? Oh man, you ain't even fucking her right. Like you
Oh
should."
my god.
And I was just like,
but like I said, do you believe that goes back to more or less that people can be whoever, say whatever, be whatever they want to do online, and it leads to people, like you said, saying whatever you want to say, being inappropriate, just coming out instead of thinking about what you're going to say.
well, no, like I said, I think that attributes to them not actually being lifestyle. You got actual lifestyle people that know the dynamic of what's going on when you step into a lifestyle event. And even if you don't, besides even knowing the rules of the lifestyle, just having common sense and actually knowing, having like being a man, actually being a man and knowing how to interact with a woman.
But that basically goes back to the fact that people don't interact with each other in real life anymore.
Well, those are young people. We already know.
But there's older people too, because
No.
it's everybody now.
No, but all older people at some point, like all this technology and phone
Yeah,
and
we didn't
social
have
media
it.
shit, that's new.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's new.
We did, but
You
now
down the pager.
I mean, everybody to it.
I mean, I understand you have it now, but the basis of me, how I grew up, I had to interact with people.
But
That's why I actually have social skills.
But that goes back. That was you. But now, now you said that, but
I'm saying people in my generation, anybody that is in their 40s and above.
But they chasing that now. Though. What you saying is what they should do.
No. I'm saying what you know, regardless of me being on social media and doing technology and new age shit.
But we missed out on all of that. We didn't have that now. So you got so many people that, like you said, should know the etiquette, should know the dynamics, should know the rules and regulations.
And they still don't.
But they
Because I'll talk to men, the 40, sometimes even 50, and they cannot connect for the life of them. Yeah.
But this is what I'm saying. Aside from the etiquette of being in the lifestyle, there's a simple etiquette of man and woman exchange. And if you're of a certain age, you grew up where you had to go to school, you had to get on the bike and go and meet up. You had to walk around the block,
Payphones.
with your friend,
Pagers if it's major.
like you called, they wasn't there. You left a message. When you got home, somebody told you a physical message that somebody called, and you know what I mean. Like there was social that even if you was awkward, you had to be a part of. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, but I feel like the convenience of technology can overwrite that train of thought real fast because it's so easy to be so convenient. I mean, it's not everybody, but still, I've come across a large group of older men who still can't have that etiquette.
That means they never had it. That means they were always idiots.
Oh well,
you know what I mean?
probably.
Well,
This is
that.
what I'm saying.
They weren't raised right.
Like
Maybe.
a man that grew up in the era that I grew up in, there were certain things that you were taught.
Right.
So
But that
it's
just-
like it's not
still pretty
something that you
uncommon, I don't know.
Yeah.
it's not like a learned behavior. It's something that you saw, you did,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, like again, I'm speaking from as a man that is my mother and father's only son, and I have 4 younger sisters.
Yeah.
So my whole thought process is different.
Yeah.
Well, I think we talk about it too, that like the etiquette is like, I wouldn't say like ever changing, but every space it's different, right? So how do you know what etiquette for different spaces? Because there's different parties, there's different themes, there's different flexibility with who's attending and who's encouraged to attend. Like how did you guys find out how to navigate a party? Like you say, okay, I decide I want to go to this party. How do you know if it's for you?
Everything that I do, every step that I take is embedded in the respect.
So just that general respect that you were raised with.
Respect
Okay.
transitions everywhere you go.
Just treat people.
I went to
like
prison
they're
in
people.
Mexico.
Yeah.
They didn't understand what the hell I was saying, but they understood when I said respect. They understood that.
Sure.
Respect is universal.
Yeah.
It don't matter what kind of party you in, BDSM, schoolgirl, hot wife,
Bull.
whatever party, whatever dynamic, wherever you go, unless you go to a spit on me, disrespect me party, like
Degradation party.
I don't think I would sign up.
I should
for
plan one of those.
that. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
Yeah.
We were also talking about, I think one of the things that I find here primarily is that coming from the Midwest, where there's a huge lifestyle culture that's built around respect, understanding titles, consent. There's more structure, there's more vetting, everyone knows everyone. So when bad things happen, it's brought to the forefront and those people are held accountable in a way that I don't find out here. I think a big part of the problem for me, especially because I don't hook up with strangers, that's not a part of my kink. So I go to parties to hang out with my friends who are doing demonstrations or educating, or to be like the wingman for somebody who wants to play and doesn't feel safe to go by themselves. Like there's a lot of reasons that I'm in
Moral
those
support
spaces that have-
specialist.
yeah, it's like there are a lot of reasons I'm in these spaces that have nothing to do with trying to hook up with anybody, and guys will just walk up to me like, "You fucking or what?" And I'm like,
Assuming
"Or what?
you're
Like, get
fucking.
out of my face! Like, get out of my face!"
Yeah, 9 times
So-
out of 10, I'm there to hang out with the people that
I
I've
know.
made friendships
Yeah.
with. I'm not there to fuck. I'll probably end up fucking, but like I'm not going to parties generally.
And that's
To
what I
fuck.
found out about how the community is, especially like with parties and stuff like that. People are there. If somebody is there, they're gonna do what they plan to do whatever they go do.
Yeah.
Or like you say, it happens because they were in the mood. Or whatever. But most of the time, people aren't at parties just specifically to fuck.
So when you go to parties, are you going?
Because some of
I was gonna say some people are.
Like I have women
It
that I
depends
hang
on
out with
party.
that
It
come to
depends
the
on
party
person,
and they're
like you said.
spontaneous and
Yeah.
things like that. But the assumption that everybody is there for that, I think, is what messes up a lot of it.
Right.
I've gone to I've
you
gone to
should
many
never
of parties
You
and
should be
just
assuming,
hung out.
anyways.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially in a space like that, it's so delicate with consent and like expectations and stuff. I don't, you should never really go into a space that's having to do with things that need like major consent and be assuming.
And some people are voyeurs.
That's how you know the
and I'm not
difference.
necessarily. I'll go to a party and not even go see what's going on in the back.
Right.
But some
That's how you know the
people,
difference.
just want to watch, and they
Yeah.
should be able to do that and
between
feel
people
safe.
that are actually
Yes.
lifestyle and people that are like just passing through
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
just come
Yeah.
to check it out.
Well, there's parties I know of
mean, you
in
can-
Texas where the guy's like, if you're not fucking, don't come.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, then you
Now I
know
know
not
not
to
to
show
go.
up.
Yeah.
Then you
So
can stay
know
home.
what-
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't think people think about how they want to hold space before they go because I went and wanted to do the things but was scared. So I did the Dom shit. Then y'all thought I wanted to Dom y'all. Right.
Hey,
And I do, but like with the women, I definitely, that was fun. But with the men, it was like, I was still doing pro stuff. So no. And then I fucked in the bathroom because I was scared. I was nervous
I mean, I didn't start playing at parties
for a minute, right?
Yeah, it took
Yeah.
me at least a year.
I would say like 8 months for me. Yeah. Yeah.
I would just go and hang out, and
I'd
then
be the weird
eventually,
I was the weird, like
Hey.
around the corner. Oh yeah, me. Yeah, that's a great
Hey.
story. Yeah, me and Moon met at a party, right?
We did.
And we
yes.
connected outside of the chemistry too, right? We have both in
Yeah,
our.
there was. I'm gonna say there was no chemistry whatsoever because I was sitting on a couch eating some chips, and Ari rolled up and just, hey, and that was it. Now we've been friends ever since.
Yeah, yeah.
Small connection.
It was. Yeah.
There's chemistry there too,
I
though.
mean, there was chemistry, like,
Yeah.
not the initial, but we spent all night together, and the chemistry,
Yeah.
like, was fast.
So
It
what
was
do
a
you-
fast paced.
What do you guys believe about that? I feel like I'm not sure I believe that you can build sexual chemistry. I think like as a friend you can, like you can become closer emotionally,
Like-
but I don't feel like if
Like
you're
the
not
initial attraction.
initially attracted to someone
Yeah.
that you will then become sexually attracted.
Yeah.
That's never happened to me.
Yeah,
That's
it don't
never
work that
happened to
way.
me
Yeah.
either. Yeah.
Well, we had a good
It don't work.
story for the podcast because I actually had a play partner with me who I brought over to play with her, and he just sat there. I won't put
sat-
his name out there, but we
he
wanted him
sat
to kind of
there.
lead, like I ushered him in, and then it didn't happen, and we just sat there and hung out. So people don't talk about like the awkward. I wouldn't call it a fail because we eventually all hooked up.
It's just
but
not a. It's just not a. It wasn't an instant connection.
Or could it be the pressure possibly?
I
of
think it's the
being-
pressure sometimes,
It was
and
the
men don't want to
pressure.
talk about that either.
It was the pressure for him for sure. I think because I was chilling, we were all chilling. I was like,
I thought that's
"Hello,
what we
welcome,"
were
and
doing.
he was like,
I've had some
No,
of those
I'm like,
we,
okay.
we hated each other at the beginning and we wound up fucking
"Enemies to
So
lovers."
did you were you not
Enemies.
attracted or you didn't like each other's personality? Because that's two different things. That's connection versus
it
chemistry.
was a little bit of both. It was personality things, and then we were mutual people, so we would see each other all the time, and it just we would see each other like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? And then I forgot exactly
Is that how the sex was too? Like,
Well,
No.
that's a deeper story. We'll leave that one out. But I can't remember how we officially hooked up, but then it went from,
I'm so
I
mad
can't
at you.
stand
Take your
to
pill.
we was doing it all the time.
I hate you, but that ass though.
So we had no connection, we had no chemistry, but we wound up fucking around for a while.
eventually growing on each other. Okay.
Yeah, when it comes sexual chemistry, that is something that is 1000% natural. Speaking from a Scorpio standpoint, speaking from a dragon standpoint, yeah. If I see it in,
It's like immediate, right?
yes.
Yeah, see, I feel the opposite way though, because if I feel like a guy's not into me and then I don't want to talk to them, they're always like, "But I like you," and I'm like, "But you don't though."
Yeah.
So it's like
Your energy isn't saying
Yeah,
that. Your
it's like
words
you're
aren't
not
matching the
giving that. And
energy.
So I'm always like, "No, I don't think we're compatible." And they're like, "But why not?"
You're like, I can feel it in my bones.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. I
Yeah.
can feel
I don't know.
That intuition.
it. No, you have to follow that
No,
intuition.
I feel like the chemistry needs to be there, and I feel like sometimes people want to stick around when it's not there to like wait for it to show up, and I feel like that's a waste of everybody's time.
Have you ever had where you're like initially attracted to someone and then they like
Talk.
open their mouth?
Oh,
Open that fucking guy?
Ruin the magic.
We're sitting in the hot tub, fine ass dude sitting in there with us, and then he opened his mouth and he was the worst man I've ever met. I was just like, oh god, you need to leave. Like,
Yeah.
I had we hang it out, everything's good, everything's cool. So we get the conversation, we get talking, and we get talking about mosquitoes. And so she tells me mosquitoes come from dirt. And
she was
like,
dumb.
wait, I said, they come from dirt. She said, they come from dirt. I said, you mean water, right? She said, no, you get mosquitoes from dirt.
That was a deal breaker for you?
Self-explanatory. Yeah.
That was a hard limit.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I say some stupid shit sometimes, but
Same.
there's a level between stupid and like you're just being fucking dumb. Like, are you actually stupid, or like is your brain just not working right now?
I've had people say things that you be like, wait, I gotta look in your eyes. I gotta really look in your soul to see are you joking or you okay.
100% serious.
Okay.
Convicted.
So for the folks that go to these parties with the intention of fucking, how does that look? And how do you navigate that? Because, Goddess Aya had those green wristbands.
I think there was.
And my play partner's friend thought that meant it was a go. And it's
Oh.
not, it just means they're
You
open
still
to
have to
conversation.
communicate with
Thank
somebody.
you.
Like, you don't just walk up and say, oh yeah, huh.
I always pick red because that way, if I want to talk to you, then I can talk to you, but you won't bother me.
Yes.
I think it has something to do with paying too. And then about how much the prices are. Because if you have like a group, small group parties like that, you'll pay because it be people that you know.
Yeah.
Try to hang out with y'all thing. But then see the prices of the parties.
Well, especially when these parties can be $80,
Yeah.
$90 for
Yeah.
single
Talk about
men.
it.
I would feel some type of way. I can understand the mindset of I paid $120 to get in here. I would very much like to get some pussy or something. But it's not guaranteed, but like, please.
Not guaranteed.
I would rather
understand
them.
the mindset, but I'm sorry.
I feel like if that's their mindset, they should take the 120 and pay a sex worker.
I got somebody I can
That's
call.
what
Like,
it is. Like,
Like
that's
you got thirst, but it goes back to like
What do you mean?
and
It's not thirst, that's just convenience.
etiquette and all that type
But
of
that's
stuff.
how you know the difference. Just like I've been saying to her as we've been sitting here. There's certain things that let you know the difference between somebody that is actually lifestyle and somebody that is just passing through.
So do you fuck with
Check it out.
tourists?
Huh?
Do you play with the ones passing through, or do they got to be in the lifestyle for you to play?
I mean, you can't be batshit crazy. You gotta have some sense of intelligence. It's like just because you have tits and a pussy don't make it a go.
Yes, it
Same.
do.
Does
I'm just saying, on this other side of that, I'm not saying I feel like that.
No, it's
Pussy is power. What do you mean?
yeah, I mean, y'all hold the power. Like
Right.
like she said, she can throw on a red wristband and
Not
go
be
in there
that.
and select.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Guys, we get up in the morning and we like shit.
We choose you.
Today is gonna be a beautiful day. You know, hey, I'm up, I'm alive. You know, if we trip and fall in something, then hey, that'd be great. But there is no guarantee.
Not
You
tripping,
understand?
Paul.
See, y'all get up in the morning and be like, oh yeah, today's a great day. We up and at 'em, and we going to do this,
Going to
this, and
spin the
that.
wheel.
we're going to like,
That's sweet.
and y'all actually can make those things happen.
All right.
Like,
Are you glad you're on the wheel? Your name is on the wheel.
Y'all can stick a pin in it. Like, oh yeah, this is his lucky day. Like, you know what I
It's
mean?
all it takes is a text too, just like
Hey.
Yeah, you know,
A little hey.
guys are so easy, and that's the thing that turns me off. It's
Right.
like y'all are so easy. The
We don't
easiest
necessarily.
Some
ever.
people don't value easy.
You don't even have
You
to.
just hear what she said. Pussy is power.
Yeah, but
So
you don't
when the
even have
pussy
to
comes,
offer
like she
it.
said,
Like,
they don't
it's
like
so-
thirsty. That's what it's like you said. They don't say thirsty.
Listen,
You know, I don't even flirt with some guys sometimes. I'll go to a party and be like, oh, hey, how you been? And they think I want to have sex with them. And I'm like, I'm just saying
Friendliness is
hi.
not
Like,
an
See,
invitation.
that kind of
Okay.
works both ways.
Friendliness
Yeah.
is not consent.
yeah, it's
Friendliness
not. It's so weird.
It's not consent.
Thirsty comes in all genders.
Oh yeah.
You got
Yes.
thirsty
Yes.
ass women.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
got
yeah.
thirsty ass dudes.
And,
Because I
and
had
folks
to-
outside of that, yeah.
I've seen
I
both
had
sides
to
of
speak
it.
to a young lady and tell her that, you know, just because someone is being nice,
Yeah.
and you know is being nice, sometimes people are just being nice. That's it.
Saying hi.
That's all.
So how do you
How
how do you navigate parties if everybody's trying to fuck you? So for the ones that don't play at every party, and guys or folks are just approaching you, how do you navigate your no?
Oh, I'm great at
comfortable
no.
with saying
Yeah, I'm
no.
great at no.
Yeah.
I'm like,
They
no.
said
You
no.
can't,
No.
Like, I think it just takes time being in the play space and the party space because, you know, like I said at first, I was shy, I was awkward, I didn't play, I would just stand in the corner. People would still approach me, I'd still be like, no, you know, but now I'm just like, no, because I've been in it for so long.
Yeah.
It's just getting used to something.
Yeah.
But it's just being direct. Like,
Yeah.
if you're going to communicate, especially in a place like that, I need you to be, like, direct. Because I'm going to be direct with you.
Yeah.
You know? So,
No is the easiest word. One of the easiest words in English language.
Complete sentence, right?
Yeah, but I
would
don't
hope
think.
so.
Yeah, but so many people feel coerced into doing things at events. Sometimes.
Have you ever pity fucked anybody? Speaking of
Yeah.
I think some,
charity,
one of the rules say
happens.
no what the fuck did it say? And every time I read it, I'm
No
like, what?
coercion.
Like, how the fuck do somebody get talked into? If you said no, you ain't want to. How the fuck do somebody
I think that
guilt?
just,
I think it said no guilt trip. Like what?
yeah, no.
Listen.
Eventually,
It
baby,
happened.
Hold on. How can a
Keep
stranger?
Baby,
How can a stranger
Yeah.
please,
guilt you? How can a stranger guilt their penis into your box? How does
But
that work?
So
it
that's
works. So see, that perspective comes from being a man who doesn't
Seriously.
date men.
Seriously,
Because
I mean, I don't understand.
she's
I know
explaining
because you're
to
a
you.
man who doesn't
She's
date
going
men.
to explain.
So I'm not a coercive. Like I don't have any problem telling anybody's son to get out of my face. But I know lots of people who you could be coerced by your spouse.
I've been coerced.
You could say, "Oh, I'm not in the mood
Yeah.
today." "Oh, you're never in the mood." "Oh, give it to me." That's all coercion. If somebody says they don't want it, leave them alone.
You know what you came
But a
for?
guy will think
I've
they
heard
can wear you down by repeatedly asking you the same thing over and over again.
Sometimes
And
persistence
some people
wins.
break and do
I've heard
it.
women, I've heard women say that. They
I've
say the
had
guys
sex
follow
at parties
That's
because
the
I'm
other
just
side
like,
of that.
Yeah,
me
see.
alone.
I've never.
You
Yeah.
got a guy follow me all night.
It's not as
all
cut
night,
and dry.
All
It's not.
night, all night, and just kept begging. And then after, you know what? I got tired. I just gave.
See, the reason why I don't understand that is because I come from a place that the person tells you no once.
But see, you keep
They
going back
probably
to
kinda
You're
make
speaking
you
about your
talk about
personal
you and you
experience.
keep
so-
Okay, hold on,
I mean, this is what I
Also
know.
not
Hold on,
woman,
stop,
so-
one second. You
She's
keep
like, great,
hold
like
on,
the
hold on,
patriarchy.
stop 1 second. You keep going back to should. There's some should stuff. Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, the Easter Bunny. That's all.
That's
That's just like should.
That's not real.
That's just like should.
No, should is a real word.
No. Should is
a real word.
The fairy, Easter
No,
Bunny
no,
is a
that's
real
all
word.
fantasy.
Santa Claus is a real word.
But that's real
But you're
fantasy.
going by should, and people should have
No,
enough sense
no.
to follow
What
the
I
rules.
said
But
was
we know they
this,
don't.
this
But we
wasn't-
know they don't.
This wasn't a should
And
instance.
then
This
when you have people that come to these parties,
this had nothing to do with should.
No,
This was
no.
an instance where I said I don't understand.
and because you
How
keep going,
can
you
someone
try to relate it to how
Guilt you
you
out of
think.
your box.
She just explained to
No,
me
no,
that
That
I
fixes-
heard.
yeah.
I heard you ain't
Okay.
got no box. Somebody give you a box.
No, hold on.
Okay, so on another
I don't
note,
have any box, right?
I've talked to several women, and they've told me that they've had a guy.
he's not discounting the experience. You were speaking from your perspective, and she explained from our perspective
My
because
experience is somebody else's experience that they told me.
I'm speaking from a perspective of the people that I know.
well, and I'll let you know
Like,
here,
the women that I know, if they
but you know me, and I've been coerced.
Have you?
Absolutely. When I was younger, you could be persistent. And I'd say yes because it was easier to do that than to continue
Leave me alone.
to fight somebody off that you like was friendly to. Why can't we just hang out? You know, and when you're younger, you
This
think
is wild to me.
it's cool, yeah.
That's why I say you keep going
But
back
it's
to
common. It hasn't happened to me, but it's common.
I mean, it
It's
obviously
extremely
has to be
common.
because, like I said, I always read it, and that's
Or
why I
even
said
saying
every
yes
time
and
I
then
read
saying
it,
no.
It kind of messes with my head.
That's why I say you
'cause I
keep
don't-
going back to the place of how it should be because of how.
I'm trying to
No,
change
I
the
know
topic,
how
you
it
guys.
is, but when it comes to certain people, this is what my whole point of where I come from when I say certain things
Right.
is. That's how you can tell the difference between people that are actually a part of the lifestyle, that know what it is.
Yeah, people that
I would say yes or no.
too.
There are predators within the lifestyle that
Yeah,
know the
for
rules
sure.
and they choose
I
not
believe
to follow them. So I don't think it's
manipulate the shit.
education
Yeah, I
necessarily.
believe
It's just character. It doesn't
I
have
believe that.
anything.
That's why I say
There are new
Character.
people in the lifestyle that are polite that never say anything weird to me, and then there are people that I know are always around that always say little slick stuff to me. So I don't think it's necessarily newness. It's just who people are.
Who
I
they
was about to say,
are.
now you're talking about
How
character.
you do.
Now you're talking about a
Yeah,
person's
that's
character.
exactly
Yeah.
what it is, and that would be a new person or a veteran.
Speaking about character, what are some red flags for shitty character?
It's the lack of empathy for me.
Yeah.
When like it just happened a couple days ago. I got in a car crash earlier this week. I told him my car. And
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm just-
What, glad you're good.
I'm good.
Glad you're
Everything's fine.
good.
Everything got taken care of. And so I'm talking to someone, and I told him that, and I said I don't have a car, because he's like, oh, when can we see each other? Whatever. I was like, well, I don't have a car, and he goes, okay, well, instead of asking like how I was, how
Like
anything,
we just did.
literally checking up on any level, he goes, let me take you to the drive-in so we can fuck. Let me pick you up. Bitch, what the fuck? You have no empathy for the fact that I literally just crashed my fucking car.
Totaled your car.
Totaled my fucking car. Now you're just like, oh, well, can I come pick you up so we can go to the drive-in to fuck?
Yeah.
No, bitch.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
That's your
Right.
friend, though.
That's not my
That's
friend.
not her
That's a
friend.
man.
That's the point.
That's a man who got blocked. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Okay,
point.
I was about to say, that's
no.
That's your buddy that had access to you to be able to.
And now she's saying no more access.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But
It
I
got,
heard you.
yeah.
You kicked it out.
Yeah, it's a lack of empathy for, like, just like it even can show in like when we're talking.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah.
How have you been? Not hey,
Leading with your dick.
lead with your dick. Don't do that. Like literally asking how someone is, not just like, hey, come over and fuck right now. I mean, sometimes that happens, but if you're texting
Right.
me on a Tuesday at 2 p.m., you ask me how I am.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
So that's
Yes.
a big red flag for me is lack of empathy when it comes to
Yeah.
just like being
Sure.
you know?
Yeah. I want transparency.
Yeah.
Right. So let me decide if I want to deal with your fucked up shit. You
Was our
know.
relationship always like that? Did it start off in a place to where it was just like, hey, what's up? Want to hook up?
No, because that's not how I operate. I prefer to like if I'm gonna meet up with a man, we're meeting in public. We're probably not fucking the first time we hang out unless it's like the chemistry is so there, you
Right.
know, or whatever. But like, no, I'm not. I don't like generally go into stuff like sometimes. I'm not gonna say all the time because I'm a lover girl, but I'm also a slut. So it's like
It's all about content.
it is. It's
Balance.
very variable. Like I am to my core a lover girl. I want a like a relationship. I want that deep commitment with people. But I still need to get my backbone out, like at least once a week, you know. And so it's hard.
See, the reason why I asked that is because at one point I had a relationship with a young lady, and it was 100,000% just straight up
Sex.
fucking. That was it.
I
And then
have,
at some
I have
point,
those friends too, so it's hard, you know.
but then at some point she got feelings and was like, "Oh," and tried to, and it was just like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
wait a minute, like we don't have that type of dynamic, you know. That ain't how it started, you know." And then she kind of got offended,
Are
like,
you
"Oh, all
open-
you do is hit me up." That's how we fucking do what we've been doing.
Are
Like,
you
what
ever
do you mean?
open from things going from just fucking to transforming into something? Do you let that happen, or is
I mean,
it like
I'm
if
organic.
it starts something, that's how it's gonna stay?
No, I'm an organic person, but in some instances, this is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
But understand that if I fuck you long enough and it's good, I'm going to have feelings.
Yes, I will.
Well, that I think is the
from
problem.
get-go,
Okay.
too.
I think that's a problem though, because if you're not spending any actual time with this man outside of sex, you should have no feelings. Like
And
your
that-
feelings in your vagina are not
I
attached.
should.
to
No, I
it.
leave.
And I don't have casual. I don't even have casual sex, but I know that if a man only has sex with me, there's no reason that my brain should have feelings for him because I don't know him at all.
I wish. That's great on paper. But my brain doesn't function like that.
In theory.
In theory, it's
No, because I don't have
fantastic.
casual sex, but I understand that if this man isn't making any actual effort to know me outside of sex, then we don't have an emotional connection. 'Cause
Right.
We don't know each other.
And I think like
And see how she just said that. That's how I feel on my. See, she's a female dude.
I'm not a female dude.
I'm saying, she definitely a North.
I'm a lover girl. I've been through a lot, so I
definitely
just
a
know
November
a
She
She
lot
just said
better.
she doesn't
Like, I
have
know a
casual
lot
sex,
better.
so she's just out there just
But
heading
no,
out like,
but,
hey,
no,
Yeah, I don't-
you gotta work a little bit. to
Oh
get
no,
some.
no. The
No,
main
not even
idea
that. I
what
just
she
don't have
said
like I
was-
don't have sex with people that are having sex with lots of people. I don't have sex with people that don't want any kind of connection. I don't do strangers. If I've never seen your driver's license, we're not having sex. I'm not gonna have sex with Ray 1478 from whatever website. Like none of those
So you
things
look
apply to my
strategic.
life. Yeah. Like none of those things apply to my life. But I know, like I see a lot that women get emotionally attached because of sex.
Me.
And the man has made no effort to do anything else.
That was the main idea. Out of
No,
what
I
she
don't believe
said
when
that-
men say
that
they
I
love
took.
women, they only have sex with that they love them. I don't think that's true. So if they say that, I still don't think that's true.
Yeah.
But I think women will go above and beyond, giving men money, and all the dude does is come and give you some sex every other week. You're paying his
Some-
bills,
some
watching his
toxic
kids, like
good
all these
dick.
things that should not even apply because you don't even know that guy.
Right.
He's just having sex with you.
it's that fucking thing where it's like all you do is smoke weed and fuck. You're dating a grill. Like,
My
that's,
girl- yeah.
that's a grill. That's just meat and smoke. That's it.
Yeah.
Not a great.
I'm telling you, that's why I'm just like, and
Yeah.
I think that puts women, especially because just from knowing, because I know a lot of women in our, in the lifestyle here, and a lot of the drama that I see is because they've expected more than the man ever even pretended he
Or
was going to give
even,
them.
yeah.
And so it's
I
just
just got
like
got
you
by
set
that
yourself up for failure when you do that.
So just like she said that guys don't text and say hi. or
That's
good
not true.
morning.
Guys text me all the time and they feel full of crap. And I know that none of them really like me for real, but they text me
but-
every day. Good morning, good
But
afternoon,
that's
queen, or whatever
but
every
that's because
day.
she dealt with them long enough.
No, guys just approach me that way. They just
Random
always
strangers.
do.
Okay,
And they don't want anything most of the time, but to waste my time.
so
Exactly.
out of all of them, there hasn't been not one or two that has actually wanted to connect with
Piqued
you,
your
or try to
interest.
reach out to you.
Oh no, I believe some do. There's usually either like I've talked about this already a lot. It's either we don't have like a physical connection, or we are like really great friends, we're really interested, but there's just no sexual connection. Like there's always some kind of mismatch. And I feel like when a guy likes you intellectually, they think that you should sleep together. And it's like, no, we should be friends. Like there's a
Yeah.
thing, there's a middle ground. And so I feel like sometimes guys that I'm good friends with will try to push the sex when we just don't have that connection. Yeah, but I don't think a lot of guys think of women as potential friends. So they can be like, "Oh, you're great. We could talk for hours. Let's have
Do you
sex." And it's like, no,
think-
that's
Do you-
not.
Let's
do you
hang out.
approach women
Yeah, yeah.
with just friendship? Is that a thing that y'all are able to do?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have lots of guys.
I'm just
friends.
wondering.
It depends on how you meet them, and
Like-
depends on how you meet them and how y'all interact the first time.
Okay, so say you meet a girl in a bar and y'all are just chilling, and it's
Took a couple
cool,
shots.
it's very chill. Would you be like we could be friends, or are you like how does that?
It depends on the conversation and how it all
It's
goes.
just a lot of
The,
variables.
the
Yeah.
original.
I don't believe you.
How our original meeting goes. If we meet and we talk and we just talking and conversating and we don't sex stuff don't come up.
Do you have, excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt you. Do you have women friends that you don't sleep with currently? Just kick it.
You had to think.
Yeah,
a little
that's
bit.
awesome.
You did. You had to think for a
Talking
little bit.
about.
I have lots of great guy friends. They've never tried anything with me. They're handsome. Like she's met some of my handsome friends. They've never tried anything. They're my real friends. So it's like I think it's possible, but it just takes being in a certain kind of mindset.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you see, you have to have those boundaries.
Because I'm never approaching a man.
You're just my friend.
It depends on where you meet people at.
Yeah.
Your original interaction with them.
I don't know about that because there are guys I
Right.
met at lifestyle parties, and all we do now is play PlayStation together. And they've never tried to sleep with me. They
Yeah.
met me that day, and now we just hang out. So I think it depends on. I think what I have found is that a lot of times at these events, the men think that they're above the women that they participate in these events with.
Mm.
So they look down on the women that they engage with in these ways and
Yeah.
only see them as like vessels for a party function.
Like she said, holes.
Yeah, like she was saying
Yeah.
at the beginning, just holes. And so it's like I don't sleep with these guys at parties. So I come in, they'll give me a drink. Hey, how you been? What's going on? We talk
Yeah.
about work and what they
Yeah.
do in their outside life because they just know that they
Sits
can't
off
come
the
at me. Yeah, with that.
Yeah.
Are you currently looking for like a relationship or like would
I'm
you get into
open.
a long?
Well, see, I'm non-monogamous, so I'm open to a variety of things. But I think when I say that, people assume that I'm open to like large
the
groups
things.
of polycules with like 30 of us all sleeping together, and that's not my version of non-monogamy. That's not what I'm looking for. So
Polycule, you're like, ooh.
yeah, it's like nope, too many dots on that chart. I'm cool,
If it's
So
past 5, just
yeah,
leave me at it.
it's a
Show me
lot. Yeah, so I
Coast to the
think
Kitchen
that
on one.
a lot of times it's just that people who come into spaces have all these preconceptions about titles and what they mean, or lots of people say they're swingers but they're not even committed to the person that they're supposedly
Sure.
swinging with. Like, you're not swinging, you just hook up with somebody
people.
and you guys hook up with other people.
Yeah.
So it's just a lot of that, just being really clear about what I'm looking for. But yeah, I'm open to a relationship if I find one. I haven't found one. I'm open to just dating and not even being in a relationship if I meet somebody and I get along well with them and we can fuck around every once in a while.
Yeah.
But it's just that there just have been so many different weird layers of people in various levels of like employment and housing situations and
Stability.
all
Not the
these things.
homosexuals.
Yeah, and
Mental
it's
health.
like there's just so many things that I run into that I'm like, no.
Homosexual,
Yes.
right.
You never heard that before? Oh yeah, that's in the group chat all the time. You haven't heard that one before, but yeah. So yeah.
Your place is nice.
Yeah, anytime a
Where you
dude call
stay
me
at.
Big
Yeah.
Mama or Money
You
Bags
stay
or whatever, then we're done. Yeah, we're done. As soon as you start talking about what you think I got, it's like, no, we're done. So it's hard to find connection. And I'm not looking to get married. Like, I don't want to be your emergency contact, but I don't want you to, yeah, but I don't want you to, no, I don't, because I don't believe that it's realistic that you're going to be somebody's everything, right? So I'm open to the possibility that, yeah, me and you, we may get along great. We may have a great time together, but I may not have something that you're looking for. And I'm not going to force you to be with me exclusively. And you're out here just miserable because you're waking up every day about whatever it is that you don't have. You know what I'm saying? So I would just prefer to know up front what I'm dealing with. And then I can decide whether or not I want to deal with it.
Yeah.
As opposed to, I've been engaged twice to men who told me that I was the sun, moon, and stars while they cheated. One of them had a baby, just lots of stupid stuff that they didn't even have to do. So it's
That
just
they
like,
didn't even have
that they didn't even have to do. So it's just like, for me, it's difficult finding people who are authentic, which is like my number one thing. Like, I could deal with most things that people come with, but if I feel like you're just not being real, then we don't really have anything.
And that's the thing that kills me about the whole. If this lifestyle is supposed to be an understanding that you don't have to lie. and
Oh,
cheat
they
and
lie
Right.
and cheat everywhere.
Poly is not, yeah.
They lie and cheat all the time.
Why?
They do. They lie all the time for no reason.
We had this conversation.
One, you're still lying.
Because it's the thrill of the cheat. It's not the.
The people,
Yeah.
and that's like a
They
whole
make a lot
separate
of
thing.
stupid.
Yeah,
they
a
make lot of
whole
dumb people.
couple of counseling.
Yeah, they did not stop making dumb
I was
people.
about to say,
That
people
factory
always-
is cranking.
when they crossed over the threshold and walked into the door and shit, like, oh, hey, look at this place. It was just a new place to be the dumbass that they always been. Like, shit,
Yeah.
no different. Like,
Yeah, that's why I was saying it's all about character. Guys that cheat in monogamous relationships cheat in poly ones. Like, it's
Right.
just about who people choose to be.
That's just the dumbest shit too. It's like you got a fucking full pass, you're still acting like an asshole. Like,
Yeah.
what?
well, see, the key word is acting. They're not acting.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Assholes. Yeah, you're
They
still
are
being
they are
a dick.
being
Yeah.
who they are.
So I think there should be a part 2 for sure sometime in the next couple months.
Oh, we're
This
done.
was-
That went by so fast.
This is great. Yeah. I'm like
Yeah,
trying
we didn't
to,
even get into the juicy.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But I think we talked to
Get out of here.
wrap it up. No.
Yeah.
No, but I do have one more question. If you could change one thing about the lifestyle community, what would it be?
I think what we've all just been talking about, people being more honest about what they're looking for and treating
Transparent.
people better. Yeah.
Empathetic.
I don't want to meet you. I don't want to be your
Genuine
representative. I want to
connection.
meet you.
I don't know. Not even genuine.
You don't want to meet our reps? Well, sometimes the rep is repping. Oh, no.
Yeah, my rep does not rep. I give
I
it,
just
I give them me so fast.
Yeah.
They'll see me like this today, and then they'll come like next week, and I'll be in like some ratty yoga pants and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Like, well, this is like
Yeah.
70% of me,
This is
so
it,
I get
See,
used to
that's
it.
what's better that way.
That's
Yeah,
the beautiful
yeah.
thing.
Right.
When you authentic, the only thing that I changed in the lifestyle is my name. And
Yeah.
people that know me, once you actually know me,
You're the same
Yeah.
person.
I don't know you weirdos. When I first came into this, I'm like, yeah, shit.
Oh, so they're weirdos that you wanted to come and be a part of,
Right.
but you're not a weirdo
Listen,
too.
I feel like everybody's a weirdo. I'm definitely a weirdo.
I
That's why
claim
I'm
being
like,
weird.
shit,
I've
Yeah.
always been weird. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I know I'm weird.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not everybody's cup of tea. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Shit.
And we didn't even get into the different lifestyles, the kink lifestyle, the
Yeah,
swinger
versus-
lifestyle, how swinger parties are sometimes just sex parties.
Yeah.
Like, what means what. So you guys should come back for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Bring us back. I'm down.
In closing, Mutual Misconduct is free to watch because gatekeeping wild lifestyle stories feels rude. If you'd like to support the show, tips, donations help cover studio costs, show love to the guests for their time, shout out to the studio manager, and keep the unfiltered conversations and questionable confessions coming. Thank you.
All right. See you next time.